Hello everyone, welcome to Ray Shikshan Sanstha's Western Region English Medium YouTube channel. And today we are going to learn Standard 4th Subject EVS 1 topic, Are we endangering our environment? The progress made by human beings. Man is more intelligent than all other animals. He makes use of his intelligence to make his life more comfortable. All living things make use of what they find in their environment, but only man can carefully study the things in the environment. He produces new things from materials in the environment. This is the story of about 150 years ago. Researchers found out how to use mineral oil. Man now had a new and useful fuel to use. He then invented some vehicles that would run on this new fuel. This includes the motor car, bus, truck, and scooter. They also developed railways engines that would run on coal. Previously, if one had to travel to another town, one had to walk or ride a horseback or on a bullock cart. Various animals were used to carry burdens or draw the carts. Now we go by bus or railway trains. That helps to save both time and labor. We take up various schemes to make our life easier and prosperous. We build dams to satisfy our need for water. We build roads and railways for transportation. Factories are set up to manufacture all the things we need. We build houses so that everyone can have a shelter of their own. The things we need to do all these have to be obtained from the environment. We get them from places like forests, farms, and mines. Water is used in the factories and then the wastewater is let into rivers. All this has an effect on the environment. If the environment is harmed, it has harmful effect on all living things, and man is no exception. Growth of the population. People could not get employment in villages, so they began to leave and to go to the cities in search of work. Cities became crowded. The population in the cities grew beyond limits. Cities began to experience a shortage of water. There were not enough houses for everybody, so people could not find a place to stay. There used to be open spaces and fields around the cities. New colonies came up there, and to build these new houses and colonies, the trees there had to be cut down. In the cities, one has to travel long distances to get to work. So, people in the cities began to buy vehicles that run on fuels. In all big cities, these vehicles spew smoke as they are driven around. The smoke mixes with the city air. As a result, people began to have breathing problems, instances of asthma, and other lung disorders began to increase. In this way, air pollution is also caused. Trees have been banished from cities. So birds do not find places to build their nest. They also find the smoke in the city air troublesome. They are no longer sure of getting water when they are thirsty. So there are fewer and fewer birds in the cities now, so that the number of birds, butterflies, and other insects is also falling. Because of the increasing population, the drainage system in the cities fails sometimes. Then water collects in the midst of the living areas. Mosquitoes grow in it. They spread diseases like malaria, dengue, filaria, and chikungunya. Groundwater is drying up. Water is an important need of all living things. We use water for keeping ourselves and our houses clean, for cooking, farming, industry, and construction. As the rainy season ends, the water in rivers decreases. Water in wells too recedes. Their water barely lasts up to the month of March the following years. Later in summer, many villages face a serious scarcity of water. The population keeps growing. The rainfall, however, remains the same. So, there is a shortage of water. Much of rainwater flows away unused. So, we began to build dams to store rainwater and use it later. Dams are the wall construction to build on the flowing rivers and it store its water. Some people began to use bore wells rather than draw wells and to use hand pumps to lift water. Then pumps that work mechanically on diesels or electricity were invented. Now the use of such pumps has become widespread. The population has so greatly increased that now every summer we face severe water scarcity. Another problem that the population growth caused was that of availability of food. The food produced in the country began to fall short of the needs of the growing population. So, our scientists developed improved method of farming. Previously, farmers would grow only one crop in the year. Now, they can take two or even three crops every year. As a result, food production increased, but so did the demand for water for agriculture. We experience a scarcity of water soon after the rains. Then, from where do we get water for the fields in the summer and the winter? Rainwater that has seeped into the soil can be used in this situation. Water found in wells and bore wells is nothing but rainwater that has seeped into the ground. Let us learn about some traditional methods of drawing water from wells. In the Konkan region, there are groves of coconut, betel nut and bananas. They are watered using the water wheel to lift water from the wells. A horizontal beam is placed over the mouth of the well. It supports a large wooden wheel which turns around. This wheel is called the rahat. Several pots, gadge, are fixed on the wheel. When the wheel turns, the chain of the pots turns with it. One by one, they dip into the water in the well and get filled as they come up. As the wheel turns, each pot turns over and the water gets poured into a channel. From there, it is taken to the grooves. The water wheel is turned with the help of bullock or a male buffalo. Such water wheel or rahat gadki are still in use in some places in Konkan region. In other parts of Maharashtra, a mott was in use for lifting well water. A mott is a large leather bag. It is lowered into the water at the end of a rope. When it is full, it is lifted out of the well. The water is used for the fields. Bullocks move to and fro on a ramp to help lower the bag and lift it. The mott is used in very few places now. Nowadays, fields are watered using diesels or electric pumps. These mechanical pumps can lift many times more water than the motts ever could. Besides, because more than one crop is taken every year, the pumps are used to lift water even after the rainy season. As a result, the water stored underground is getting used up rapidly. So student, what we have learned today? As trees are felled, birds do not find nesting places. There is a smoke too. As a result, the number of birds, butterflies and other insects in the cities are falling. The greater the population, the greater is the demand for food grains. Farmers now take multiple crops. The demands for water too increases. Previously in Konkan, the water wheel was used to draw well water while the mott was used elsewhere in Maharashtra. Now, pumps are used for the purpose in most places. So, groundwater gets used up rapidly. Do understand the concepts and revise at home. Thank you.